Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noel Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit. Join me every week. So, Brother Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro as Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is the show where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It is Wednesday, February 26th, 2025. And we're doing the thing. It's episode 472. We have a new learn guide, new project, prototyping, I think. We have the new segment, the AI CAD tool segment, prototype, and community makes, and time lapse, all packed today. We are hanging out in the Adafruit Discord server. If you'd like to join us during the show, you can drop us a line in the Adafruit Discord or any of the chats. We can bring them into the show here. And we'll take a couple moments to let folks come into the stream. Yeah, so I'll go back to Discord. By the way, discord.gg/Adafruit is the URL for that. And we thank everyone for joining our Discord. Adafruit.com/free gives you all the details for all the freebies that you can get if you spend a certain amount of money with Adafruit. Starting off with orders of $99 or more, you'll get a free PCB coaster with a golden Adafruit logo. Yay. If your order is $149 or more, you'll get the golden Adafruit logo and the Adafruit KB2040. It's a lovely keyboard driver. And if your order is $199 or more, you get all that plus free UPS ground shipping for continental US only. And for viewers of the show, we have a special coupon. It's a 10% off your order. Coupon code SPARKLE. Mr. Sparkle. No, just Sparkle. Sparkle is today's coupon code, good for the next 24 hours. It'll expire tomorrow. So if you want to pick up anything today, you can use our coupon code Sparkle. Why is it Sparkle? Because today's video is all about, today's Learn Guide is all about Sparkle Motion. We got a new set of 3D printed cases for the Sparkle Motion boards. Sparkle Motion Full, Sparkle Motion Mini. These are them. We got a video that will be out later today that talks all about Sparkle Motion, WLED, some fantastic demos, audio reactive demos. Yeah, and these 3D printable cases will be in the Adafruit shop in the coming weeks. But we have the STL, STEP, and Fusion files available in the Learn Guide for folks to download if they want to make a little case for their Sparkle Motion board. So a couple features. We got mounting tabs here so you can secure the case to something else. Let me do a focus. Fix the focus here. There we go. So we have two ways to power the Sparkle Motion full board. We have USB-C, power delivery USB-C, so you can do 5, 12, or 20 volts using the little switch over here inside the case. You have a 2.1 millimeter barrel jack for doing DC power, which is nice for those beefy NeoPixels. We have a little hole here for the IR receiver, so you can do IR remote control. A little button here for the GPIO button. Access to the screw block terminal. This is what makes it really good, is the screw block terminal. You can easily connect wires. They're labeled here on the case itself. This is the resin printed cases, so we can do some really fine details like these numbers here. These are the GPIO, and then positive and negative symbols there. Yeah, I think that's all the features. Our final version has an Adafruit logo on the bottom, which is just nice. And then to open it, you can kind of use your fingernails to pull this open. It snap fits, so no screws are required. This just comes out. You have some standoffs that are built in there with some little pegs to kind of keep it registered. But otherwise, the Sparkle Motion board is pretty flat at the bottom. Yeah, so it just fits in there like that. You got your access to USB-C, and of course the I2C demo QT, and a 3-pin connector for external potentiometers or microphone, like analog microphone, and they just snap fit. No screws needed. Really nice fitting. We've tested it in PLA and of course the resin SLA material, and it comes in white. For the Sparkle Motion Mini, we actually were able to get two buttons here on the top cover, and I have here this 3-pin JST connector, connect to one of our ready to go NeoPixel strips. And what's cool about the onboard button is you can use it to trigger different animations or presets. In this case, I have it so if I press it once, it'll turn off the strip, and if you press and hold, it'll turn it on. So that's kind of nice. Same thing here. You have access to the 3-pin JST. Sorry, that 3-pin JST and the 4-pin Stemma QT. Again, we're gonna have a logo on the bottom here. 2 mounting tabs here on the side, and you can take this off. And there's your board. I'll disconnect it real quick. This comes out like that. We wanted to make sure that you can like take the board out, so the wires aren't trapped, right? But that's the difference with the Sparkle Motion Mini, is that you have to solder wires to it. There's no screw block terminal because it's kind of meant for really small projects and wearables. But yeah, look how small it is compared to this guy here. It's about half the size, so you can see here. It's yeah, it's pretty much half the size. Yeah, but they're using the same Wi-Fi ESP32 mini module from Espressive, and this is double-sided. And yeah, there's the USB PD power supply switch, so you can change the voltages if you want to power your pixels, like 12-volt pixels. In the video, I actually have the cafe bulbs running off of this one, which is really cool because those require 12 volts. So those are the cases. We can quickly look at the Learn Guide, but it's really much just a placeholder for our Learn Guide. I'll figure this out. Yep. So we just published it. It just has links to the Sparkle Motion boards. Unfortunately, they're out of stock. This tends to happen with us where we make a product video and the product is out of stock, unfortunately. But thank you everybody for purchasing them. We're working on making more. And here are the CAD files. Again, they come in 3MF, which is an STL-like file, step file for solid modeling apps, and then of course the original Fusion 360 model. I have lost the cover for this. I popped it off and it just flew across the room. I don't know where it went.
Oh no.
Yeah, right. It's literally gone. Oh well, I'll have to print another one. So that's the quickest Learn Guide I've ever had to talk about. We have 3 models of both of the boards. They are on the website. If you click on the Learn Guide, go to Downloads, you can see we have 3 model here of both Sparkle Motion Mini and of course Sparkle Motion Full. Let's see if I can get to it. Oh, forward, Sparkle Motion Full. Click on that. Scroll down to Learn Guide, go down to Downloads, and there is a 3D model of the Sparkle Motion with all the components, naming the mainly the screw block terminal and the IR LED and all the ports and stuff. Yeah. So do you have a Sparkle Motion and have you used it? Let us know. I have it running here on the background. Here is my little 16 by 16 NeoPixel matrix. Really, really awesome way to kind of demonstrate all the fun effects that WLED has, which is really cool. Careful, 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 careful. This will be next week's project. We wanted to get the Sparkle Motion video out before this because it's kind of long. So I got the Sparkle Motion Full in the back here. I can trim this cable down to make it a little bit smaller, but just 3 wired connections, of course, for NeoPixels. This is the flexible PCB for the 16 by 16. That's 256 pixels. And then a piece of black LED acrylic to diffuse the NeoPixels. 3D printed grid to kind of make this square look. And yeah, just running a playlist for all of the different 2D matrix effects that are built into WLED. Of course, you can do like an EQ thing. So here's an EQ. Hello, hello, hello. So it can do some really fun audio reactive effects. I think I have another one here. Freak wave. This is more like a raindrop kind of thing. And each animation is adjustable with like little sliders, color profiles, all sorts of fun stuff. So we'll talk about that next week, where we'll have a full build guide, files, and a video to go along with it. But yeah, this is a real fun display for your Sparkle Motion board.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. Cool. Sparkle Motion activated.
So you're checking out the chat. Tate is saying, can you test the mini case with just the screw block? I was actually thinking that.
Yeah.
We do have the little screw block parts.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I will try that out. I only have one Sparkle Motion, so I'd have to unsolder it and try it out. But
I can test it.
Okay, sure. It might be a little tight. Yeah, probably won't fit with the cover. But we can make an update to the cover. Yeah, we can have a cutout to the cover and then offer that as a STL. But the one we're stocking, we kind of already ordered it, so kind of had to make the choice that we want to make this fit like the stock board, where you kind of have wires soldered to it, just to keep it kind of the slim. The whole point of the mini is to be really slim, and this can get a little tall.
I think it's like 10 millimeters or so.
Yeah, but I do like the screw block terminal. I gotta say, yeah, let's give that a try. Cool. And at some point we'll find the cover for our mini Sparkle Motion.
Liz says that Harriet will find the lid. I was gonna say that. One of the kitty cats will find it.
I literally can't find it. I don't know where it went. It's gone.
And then Thais is saying that he's loving the mini for visualizing CO2 monitoring.
Oh, cool. It's good use of it. I mean, it is a Wi-Fi chip, Wi-Fi board, so you can do all sorts of fun Wi-Fi stuff with it. It also works with CircuitPython using the code editor and the web serial workflow. Who designed the Sparkle Motion? It's a question from Makita. Lamore Freed. Lady Ada designed it. She designs all the hardware.
The playlist for Desk of Lady Ada. I'm sure there is a video of her prototyping the whole thing.
Yeah. It was like a way to kind of test LEDs and just to make a WLED specific board. Yeah, that was like the main thought behind it. Let's see. Let me run my playlist again. Yeah. And for folks that are curious, here's what the WLED interface looks like. At least on the desktop. It's like this. I got all my effects here. Tons of them. You can do a search and then select your volume ones, your frequency related effects, and then your 2D grid effects. And there's a whole bunch of them. This one's kind of fun. It's like an LED kind of character. It's a little blown out, but it's audio reactive. DNA spiral. That's a kind of cool one. It's hard to see because I have it back there again. But we'll go through these next week, where it's like specifically about the display. There's a little fire mode. It's kind of fun. And then, as you can see here at the bottom, you get all these cool sliders for each of the effects. They're all different. And then lots of preset color.
And you get lost in all those presets.
Yep. You can do all sorts of things like sync up different ones, timer stuff, and even user mod stuff where you can do custom stuff. So customizable. And that's WLED. One of my favorite LED software, probably the favorite LED software. Yeah. Thanks for everybody buying the Sparkle Motion. I would say you can get a Spark Motion, but you gotta make more.
You can sign up when to get notified when more get in stock.
Right, and they come in different flavors. Let's see if I can pull that up real quick. We have like an antenna version, right?
Oh yeah.
There's one where you can have an external antenna, built-in antenna, and then the mini. The mini just comes in kind of this one variant where the antenna is built in because it's mini. So cute, so sparkly. All right. And Nikki just got a cool comment here. It'd be nice to see a pixel cube. Yes. Check out our RGB matrix cube if you want to see a cube. But it'd be cool to do that with the 8x8 NeoPixel. I've seen somebody do that before. Those are really cool. Bit of a intense build, but otherwise they're fun. Okay, that kind of covers the Learn Guide, this week's Learn Guide project and prototype, because that's pretty much the prototype for next week. Any shop talk? I think we're just gonna go straight into
rapid render.
Rapid render. Let me get ready for this slice here. This week on Rapid Render, we're taking a look at another tool for generating some CAD, which we have this week, Pedro.
This week we're going to be taking a look at Hangouts 3D. This is on the Hug Space website, which is like it's like a Cloudflare that hosts a bunch of these AI 3D websites. This one is pretty similar to the Trellis one. So much so that I can't really tell what the difference is. The UI looks pretty much the same. I've been checking out a bunch of the ones that are on this site, and the only difference really is like how they're actually generating the 3D, all with varying degrees of success. One thing that I've noticed is that you are sharing, I think, like the server credit between all these sites. So we had some difficulty getting this one to obtain a server for it to generate. But what we're trying here is a Blinka model, just one of the ones that we grabbed. I think PT was talking about this one last week, and it generated like the curled up Blinka, but I didn't really like the way that it generated. It kind of looked like a sort of like a poop. So I wanted to generate one where Blinka's just like a long strand. And the reason was so that I could make like the chainable, like the flexible models that everybody always makes. So first step was to, of course, generate just a straight Blinka. So I did use the Huion one to generate this sweet little Blinka model. I did have to do... Yeah, I did have to do some editing inside of the Illustrator file to actually get this Blinka to come out the way it did. I think the one that I used was the PyPortal one, which had like her center portion chopped off. So I had to go in there and redraw it inside of Illustrator. But I got the like her little belly and all that going. Unfortunately, this was not generated by AI, all of the detail for it. We'll go into how that worked out. But inside of Huion, super simple again, it's a drag and drop interface. And this is obviously not the model that I used for it, but just wanted to see what it would do. And even though I had the remove background option turned on, it did not remove the background. So maybe using a PNG with a transparency would work a little bit better. As for the options, just like the resolution, the guidance scale, I didn't edit any of that. Scared to go ahead and regenerate it in fears that it will not be able to obtain a server to actually render this out. But here's the job that it was able to do. This would be okay for like a little plaque or something. But let's see what I did do. And this is going to seem like the same. Where's my mouse? The same thing as last week, where I'm bringing it into Blender and then doing all of the fixing inside of there. My video go for that. I think I lost it.
Do you want me to pull up the video?
I think I have it. Where'd it go? Blinka paint. Oh no,
Yeah.
that is the video. Oh,
Yep.
okay. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. So again, brought in a blender using the sculpting tools. And did the sculpting to sort of try to get the detail for her belly, which didn't really do any difference for it. What I was trying to do was get bamboo to have the faces separated so I can easily take the paint bucket tool and paint all the options in there easily, but that did not work out. So I had to go in there and buy with the paintbrush inside of the paint bucket tools, go in there and just do that all by hand. So something again that, you know, you hear AI can do all this, but no, it can't. You got to go in there with your own, you know, knowing your knowledge of how the design is actually supposed to go in and hand paint painstakingly, you know, taking like about an hour to get all the detail in there. So
Wow.
just went in there and did all of the separation between the pink and the blue. And then the eyes, had to go in there and do all the eyes for that. And the funny part is when we were planning this out, you're like, oh, there's already a 3D model for it. I'm like, yeah, that's the one I made in Maya. So
Yeah.
again, this is something I've already done that I could have easily taken in there. I already have everything separated for the belly and all that. But then, of course, that wouldn't be, you know, using the tools to try to get the segment going. So this is more work than what, you know, AI is supposed to be. So again, going in there and doing all this by hand. But I wanted to use the tools inside of bamboo, and yeah, it turned out pretty good. I'm using the 0.4 millimeter nozzle for this. It took about, I think, like 7 hours to print this little Blinka out. So much supports just to get that her belly going. And again, I did this straight Blinka because I want to go in there and generate a chained model that will be flexible, so that I can physically, you know, curl her up like how it's shown in that image of her, so it doesn't look like a little piece of poop.
Yeah.
But yeah, turned out pretty good. This model you can like turn it into a pen or something. So nice little
Blinka pen.
Yeah, the Blinka pen. And I should have used a more brighter white color for her eye. You can barely see where the little pupil is. And then, yeah, if I had more time for this, I would have used the 0.2 millimeter nozzle. I think that was going to take like 17 hours and scaled her up a little bit, but it turned out pretty good for the generating it from a flat image to this little snake. It's pretty cool. So I'll go in there, and if anybody in the chat knows the plugin generator for like Blender to build like the chainable models that you always see or something like that, to have that going. There was one, I forgot the name of it, but it no longer works. It's on GitHub, and there was like a Mac app for it, but whatever update they did to Mac, I can't open it anymore. It just says unsafe developer. Throw in the trash.
Ran out, maybe.
Yeah, I'm too scared to try it on the Windows machine. But if anybody knows the Blender plugin to generate like the chainable hinged models for that, we'll definitely try that out next.
Cool. All right. And that is this week's AI tool, Huang Young 3D. Is that the name of it?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. We got some questions about it. Oh, let me rapid render. Just so you have like some visual cue to cut it. But we can do some Q&A. So I'm seeing a comment here.
How many times I have to log in?
Yeah, how many times do you log in at all?
No, not with Hugh Young, but that seems to be the ongoing theme for a lot of these AI sites. We have a whole list of these that was sent over, and a lot of them are like, oh, to use, contact our sales team. So it's like, oh, okay. So these aren't really for testing out. And then the other thing is the server time. Sometimes they are busy. You have to pay to get priority to use their servers. And what was the other thing? Oh, like I want to say half of the list of that what we got, the websites don't even exist anymore.
Wow.
And then one of them, Safari, was like, "This site is not safe. Go back now."
Ooh.
So it's like, oh,
Yikes.
geez, it's already gotten to that bursted bubble
Oh no.
portion of the AI bubble.
Oh no.
So a lot of these
We're gonna
sites.
run out of AI tools, and we'll
Yeah, I think we have like maybe
internet will
3
be
more of
short-lived.
these.
Oh boy.
Right.
All right. Well,
And
we're
then,
trying this. This was a PT
Mhm.
suggestion, like, hey, try out these tools, and thank you for trying them out.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
for video games, I think is what the use case was for some of these, where
Yeah.
it's not even that good. Where I'm telling it to generate a circuit board, and it comes up with like a monitor that there is a circuit board in it, but it's not a circuit board. And then this other one where it was telling it to generate a robot, and it generates like one of those posable dummies that people use for like drawing like figures. So it's like, this isn't even a robot. So yeah, we're not
Mileage
at
may vary. Yes.
it's more like, yeah, I don't think anybody in creative like that is out of a job for these AI tools, since it doesn't really even know how to maintain consistency between like scenes and things like that. So nice.
Okay.
Nice to have.
Out of the Trellis and the Kwang Yun, which one would you?
I think Trellis.
Trellis is better at this
Far,
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
Okay.
exactly the same to me in terms of the
Yeah, the interface looks the exact
layout.
same. Like, it's the same looking website, really. It's like, is it using the same model? I'm not sure. I haven't looked too deep into it, but
I mean, like I was saying before, some of the other ones, the exact same UI, but the output was completely different using the exact same image. So some of the other ones, the Blinka extrude was like completely crazy. And then
it's like eye is
I have it
missing,
open.
like a punched out eye.
Yeah. Where's I have it here.
There you go.
Where they just punched out the eye instead of trying to keep it in. And
wow, this one's really garbagey.
yeah.
Which tool is this? Is this the same tool?
This one's Hangouts.
Yeah. The generated multi-views look okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised that it was punching out the eye here.
Yeah.
And again, this is what I used before. So even between instances of using it, we're getting different results.
You just have to keep clicking generate, but you can't because you're limited in how many times
exactly.
you can generate.
Yeah.
At least for free use.
Yeah. Again, all these are, still in like beta and whatnot. So
very early. Yeah.
But yeah, some of the other ones, like the extrude was like crazy, where it was like this long extrude. But that is this week's look at the state of AI in 3D.
Yeah, very good.
I think you were checking out Zoo 3D for next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the Zoo app. I just need to make something other than just like a box that's shelled.
That's the code one, right?
Yeah, that's the one where it's parametric. It's more of like solid modeling. They're not meshes. They're like solid surfaces. And it's like code, and you can, change the length and the width because there's like that gives you parameter, like auto-generated parameters. So wall thickness, width, length, height, that sort of thing. I just need to figure out what to make of that's like, I don't know, maybe like dividers or something for like a tray. And then it has like extrude and loft and all those kind of standard modeling tools on top of text to 3D prompt built into it. I haven't looked at it in like a week or two now, but you can make like a spatula. It would make you a spatula. But then when I say make a fork, it has like this weird shape. I would try like make me a 32 gear tooth, and it would just error out. But on their website, it clearly says you can make a 32 gear tooth, like word for word prompt, and it's not the same result. But it did good with like a box with like the wall thickness and stuff. You can do like a dodecahedron, but then when I say icosahedron, it like just gives me a bunch of random surfaces that doesn't make a manifold like a solid watertight mesh or watertight solid. But yeah, I'll try it out and see what I can make with it. Yeah, so that'll be next week.
All right.
All right. Yeah, Timelapse Tuesday.
This week's community makes.
Yeah, let's bring it in here.
Yeah, so this week for community makes on Timelapse Tuesday, we have this very lovely, timely. Is it an
anglerfish?
Anglerfish.
Yeah, what's the story behind the anglerfish?
There was I forget where it was, where diver saw one of these guys coming up to the surface, where they usually live like thousands of feet underneath the sea. The consensus is it probably ate something that messed with its bladder, so it was unable to maintain its buoyancy, so it went up to the surface. So yeah, so we're using the glow-in-the-dark filament here for the eyes and the teeth, and then some Ninja Flex for his little angler part.
Oh, interesting.
Make it all nice and flexible.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to print that. It's just use the filament.
Yeah, I know. I was looking for the part too in the model when I downloaded it, and I'm like, oh, it's just a piece of filament. And it didn't occur to me to actually use the Ninja Flex until I was already filming it. I was like, oh no, I got to refilm this with the Ninja Flex as it looks so much cooler. It has a little dangly bit.
Yeah. So you use glow-in-the-dark material?
Yep.
All right, let's run the video. Here is the video.
You can see we're using the blue glow-in-the-dark. The jaw print out separately, as well as the fins. And then the teeth parts print out separately. Those are glued on. I'll show these here. And these, you don't need a multi-material printer. It's just like the next layer changes to the next filament. And then the eyeballs just press fit in. And then the filament just gets inserted on the top of his head, as well as the little glowy end bit for his angler part.
It's like lure for luring prey.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. This is a free model on Maker World, designed by JIMGA, maybe. I hope I'm saying that right. And here are a couple photos. Nice little GIF, kind of like stop motion. Fits in the palm of your hand. Eating a fish.
I think that's what the real size of these guys are.
Oh, really? They're that small?
Yeah.
Yep, and there's all the pieces there, the eyeballs, the fins. Those are all separate pieces, and you snap them together. Scary. So this fish is trending, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
It went viral with that video, I guess, on TikTok or whatever.
Yeah, Tom Hall is saying this would be a cool little desktop light with an LED at the end of that. It's a good idea.
That would be very cool. That's a good idea. Here's a little clownfish to go with your anglerfish.
Yeah, Vince too. That lure is begging for an RGB LED.
Yeah. Creepy. Not very nautical. Yes. Cool.
And maybe 3 LEDs, one for each eye, and then the lure.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's printing it in that glow in the dark because they are bioluminescent, I guess, underwater, right? They glow in the dark.
Mm-hmm. I mean, not their teeth and eyes, but the lure part.
Yeah. Yikes. Those teeth are just...
Yeah, I had to actually saw them down so the kids don't poke their fingers.
Oh, yeah. Kids are going to want to play with these.
Yeah. And I definitely recommend using the Ninja Flex for this. The trick to getting that to insert was just with a flush cutter, sort of like trimming it down into like a little point so you could insert it into both the head and the angler part, little end piece of it. And those press fit in pretty good.
It just goes on and on.
It's a good print.
Gosh, that is a lot of makes. I really wish there was like a way to segment the makes from the comments on this website.
Oh, it's all in one.
Yeah. All right. I haven't reached the end yet, but we gotta.
Definitely a good print.
Yeah, amazing. I never would have thought this would have had like so many
Right.
makes.
I mean, it's a cool design.
300.
I wish
comments.
the fins that need to be glued on, what's the word, like part of the flexibility, like the little hinges or something on there.
How'd you know? I take it there was no supports. So
No.
Yeah, it's nice and flat at the bottom. Just ready to print like that. That's plate 1. Plate 2 has the teeth.
Mhm.
Smart on doing the layer change. So you're not having
Yeah.
to do any purge tower or wasting. Just kind of pause. So you were able to pause the printer? You just hit pause?
No, I just had the
Oh, okay. You did the
yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, exactly.
Okay.
Because it's not printing them like in between each layer, so
yeah.
The action that the printer does with the multi-material is the same as the pause filament or the change filament tool.
Oh, I see. Okay. And then
It's just more automated, you know.
Just some simple shapes for the eye and the
Yeah, the lure, it comes with 2 different lures. One that has a little bit of an extrusion to the little end piece.
And they're hollow for the filament to come in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cool. All right. This is nice. I actually haven't done a thing here where I'm like looking at the 3D model preview in Maker World.
Yeah, it's first I'm seeing this too.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have the plates here for you.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right.
Yeah,
again,
definitely recommended print.
Yeah.
Maybe even be a cool little cat toy too with the lure at the end with the flexible filament.
Careful there. Nikita is saying you can add motors to the fish and it might actually swim.
Those parts, it is hollow on the inside. It was good the way that they designed it so that it's not wasting all this infill in the center of his head right here. So it is hollow on the inside.
So it'll float.
You might be able to.
All right. All right. That's this week's Community Make. I'll drop in a link to the Maker World file on all the socials and also on Discord. All right. Huh?
Oh, wait. Yeah, I did. You did it twice. It's fine.
Oh, no.
It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. We have some community makes this week, 2 of them. So we'll just kind of walk through them. First one is a lightsaber, the Prop Maker lightsaber, the OG, made by Domotix on printables.com. This is very cool. And looks like a Prusa printer. Yeah, Prusa i3 MK3. And these look like multi-colored prints.
They look nice.
Yeah, they look really nice. Yeah, very good. Pretty simple comment, just very cool. All right, looks good. Thanks Domotix for posting that up. And the last one that was sent to us this week is another heat set insert press. And this was posted up by Francis Rainville. It says works like a charm. And it looks like the traditional build, no modifications. Piece of aluminum extrusion, a nice wooden base. Looks like the same soldering iron clamp, which we stock in the store, the soldering iron. Yeah, looks good. Cool. And lots of remixes, of course. All right. That is this week's community make. Sorry it's so short, but that's what we got. Cool.
Digging that fuchsia color.
Yeah, it's a nice contrasty color to go with the black aluminum profile. Very nice. All right. I think that's going to do it. A little bit short this week, folks, but next week we got lots of WLED. More WLED next week. If you want to pick up anything in the shop, use Sparkle. Coupon code Sparkle gets you 10% off your order. And if we take a look on Adafruit/new, we can get an idea of what's coming in the store maybe later today, this evening. Our snap fit enclosure for the Feather RP2040 DVI hopefully will be in stock soon. This is our latest 3D printed case. We have a LED filament that's coming in the shop. Not really a noodle. I want to hear more about this, but it says a flexible LED filament. Looks kind of small, so I wonder what
for like bulbs.
Maybe. We have like a hard version of this, but it's nice that this like has the negative and positive terminals down here in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like our nudes, but a little bit different. Yeah. Cool. All right. Those are the two this week. All right. Let me check in on Discord. It says Vince is saying it's less like a noodle, more like a macaroni. Yeah. Macaroni LEDs. Looking forward to try it. Yeah, me too. Let's see what I can do with it. All right. That's going to do it for the show. Later tonight, we have back-to-back shows, starting off with Show Intel. Starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This week, special guest host Liz Clark will be hosting. So if you want to come and share your projects, you come into the Adafruit Discord a little bit before the show, and she'll drop in this StreamYard link where folks can be invited. And then Ask an Engineer this tonight at 8 p.m. Full Lamar and Phil will be there with Ion MPI, new products, open source hardware news, and more. JP is back this week. He did yesterday's show was a product pick. This week he's doing a workshop. Fridays are deep dives with either Tim Foamy Guy or Scott Shawcroft. And those are Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific or 5 p.m. Eastern. And then Sundays are From the Desk of Lady Ada live streams. Mondays are Circuit Python weekly meetings on Discord at 1 p.m. every Monday, or actually 2 p.m. And then JP's product pick of the week on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. And also this week we have a new episode of the CircuitPython Show podcast by Paul Cutler with guest interview Dan Halbert, who's on the CircuitPython team. So tune in to the CircuitPython Show on your favorite podcast. All right. That's going to do it for us, folks. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll be here next week with more LEDs and more 3D prints and maybe more AI stuff. We'll see. All right, folks. We'll see you later tonight. But until then, remember to make a great day. Bye, everybody.